Reviewing your financial statements regularly will help you keep a pulse on how your business is doing. I know from experience that when I'm working with many of my smaller business clients, especially those who are solopreneurs, it's hard for them to find the time to review their financial statements on a monthly basis. So I want to focus on the importance of a mid-year review of your financial statements to help your business grow. In today's episode, I'm talking about what you can do as you aim to expand and succeed in your business by effectively reviewing your financial statements at this mid-year point. Whether you're starting a business or side hustle, you're a self-employed individual, a solopreneur, entrepreneur, mompreneur, freelancer, business owner, bookkeeper, or virtual assistant. Take the time with me to explore how a mid-year financial statement review can be a game changer for your business. You're listening to the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast, where we get straight to the point on topics that ultimately affect your bottom line. That's right, as an entrepreneur with a small business, money management, growth, marketing, they all affect your bottom line. I'm your host, Chris Ponick. I'm a certified public accountant, and I've been helping small business owners like you navigate and easily understand these complicated topics for over 25 years. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandmother, and a small business owner myself, so I know your time is valuable. In my free time, I make the best sugar cookies and have mastered an amazing chocolate chip cookie recipe. And that's not just my opinion. You're in the right place. I promise your time will be well spent here. Each week, you'll gain confidence and clarity while making a successful impact on your business and grow your bottom line. Get comfy, grab a cookie, and let's get straight to the point with this week's episode. Welcome back. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know that I highly encourage my listeners to review their financial statements on a monthly basis. Not only does this require you to keep your bookkeeping up to date so that you have accurate financial data to review, but the pulse you have on how your business is doing is so much greater. If you're a business owner who finds it hard to keep up with the monthly bookkeeping, and you're not doing your financial statement reviews on a monthly basis, you need to make sure that you are, at the very least, doing a mid-year review of your financial statements. Now that half of the year has gone by, you need to get your bookkeeping up to date so that you're not struggling at the end of the year with 12 full months of bookkeeping that takes up all of your evenings and your weekends just so that you can have the data ready for you to get your tax return done. Think about all that information that you could be utilizing if you were gaining knowledge from your financial statements throughout the year. You have to do your bookkeeping anyways. You might as well do it when you can reap the benefits from it. When you, at the very least, do catch up on your bookkeeping at this mid-year point, you're going to be proactive by having your first half of the year up to date so that you can do a thorough review of your mid-year financial statements. You'll know exactly the path that you're on to not only reach the goals that you've set for your business this year, but you'll also have all the data you need to successfully start your tax planning. When you do your mid-year review of your financial statements, you'll be able to see where your net income is sitting in comparison to prior years, and you'll be able to see what your potential tax liability may be so that you can start preparing. A mid-year review of your financial statements is simply a review of how your business has done financially for the first half of the year. Once you know you have all of your bookkeeping transactions recorded and you've done all of your bank reconciliations, you can be confident that your financial statements are reflecting an accurate picture of your financial data. You'll want to review your balance sheet to ensure each of the items listed is accurate. And when you compare your balance sheet to your prior year, you'll see exactly how your assets, your liabilities, and your equity are comparing. Your income statement, on the other hand, will show you your net income or your net loss for the year so far. When you're looking at your income statement, make sure that you're reviewing the entire first 6 months of the year. If you're using a computerized bookkeeping system such as QuickBooks Desktop or QuickBooks Online, you can also simply customize your report to show the prior year's information as well, so that you can compare how you're doing this year to date to how you did last year at this same exact point in time. By reviewing these two financial reports, you'll gain an understanding and a clear picture of your business's financial performance and position. If you're an accountant or high-stress professional, you want to start enjoying your life more, both at work and at home. You've likely built a successful career, but at what cost? The problem is, you're so buried in deadlines and to-do lists that there's no time or energy left for the things that really matter. You're great at managing clients, deadlines, and numbers, but your own stress, time, and well-being? Well, they always seem to come last. The constant pressure leads to burnout, guilt, and feeling like no matter how much you do, it's never enough. I see this all the time. As a CPA with over 20 years of experience and a certified coach, I've helped high-achieving professionals, just like you, go from stress and burnout to a more integrated and balanced lifestyle using the reinvention process. This process helps you reduce stress, reclaim your time, and finally build a healthier, happier, and more balanced lifestyle without sacrificing your success. The truth is, stress doesn't go away on its own, and eventually the cost isn't just exhaustion. It's your health, your relationships, and your love for the work you once enjoyed. If you're ready to build a life that you don't need a vacation from, it's easy to get started. First, schedule your complimentary stress audit and clarity session, where in just one session, I'll help you pinpoint what's really draining your time and energy. Create a personalized action plan to help you simplify your life, reclaim your time, and increase your productivity so that you start living with more energy, focus, and freedom. You don't have to keep doing this alone. I can help you customize a plan to stop the overwhelm and start enjoying your life again. Go to financialadventure.com, click on the Work With Me button, and book your free session today. Let this be the moment that you stop just surviving and start living with more control and finally enjoy a more integrated and balanced lifestyle again. In the meantime, check out all the other resources and solutions on my website that you can immediately apply to your life so that you can stop being stressed out and feeling like you're never doing enough, and instead breathe a sigh of relief at the end of the day knowing you've accomplished enough and can enjoy your life more. A mid-year review is a checkpoint to ensure that you are on track to meet your financial goals. It allows you to identify any potential issues or areas of concern early in the year so that you have time to make any necessary adjustments for the remaining portion of the year. You can start to see trends, opportunities, and potential risks that may have gone unnoticed if you didn't do a mid-year review. This is helpful for all business owners, but especially for those solopreneurs who are wearing all the hats as business owners. This mid-year review will help you not only stay up to date with your financial information, but it will give you the opportunity to make any changes needed to meet your goals or fine-tune your strategies for the remainder of the year. If you're still finding it hard to find the time to get your bookkeeping up to date throughout this mid-year review, you might want to start thinking about hiring a bookkeeper to help you with these tasks. It's such an important part of your business, so if you are unable to prioritize staying up to date with your bookkeeping, start asking yourself if it's time for you to get some additional help in this area so that you can make smart business decisions. Now that you know what you should have in place to do your mid-year review, you may be asking what in particular you should be looking at. I recommend you focus on one of the key aspects of your business with the income statement. This report will reflect all of your revenues and your expenses for the time frame. Analyzing your revenue streams and identifying the most profitable ones can guide your business decisions for the rest of the year. As far as expenses go, you can evaluate if there are any areas where cost-cutting measures can be implemented without impacting your revenue or the quality of what your business has to offer your customers. The analysis of your income statement, as well as the comparison to the prior year, will allow you to identify any financial challenges you may experience before they become a significant problem. For example, knowing where you're sitting this year compared to last year will help you understand your potential tax liability and will give you time to prepare for a higher tax payment that you may need to make. You may also see that your profit margin is not quite what you were hoping for. If this is the case, you still have time for the remainder of the year to make changes to improve these amounts. If you're finding that you're just not meeting the goals that you set for the year, it gives you the opportunity to look into the problem and find a solution so that you can be more on track to meet these goals over the next few months. You may need to get help with setting realistic and achievable financial goals for the remainder of the year. When I work with my clients, the mid-year financial review is a huge player when we're reviewing their goals. We often need to reassess them or dig deeper to see what's causing the results that they're currently getting. We work together to create a well-informed action plan to optimize their financial performance in the future. Don't let another year go by in your business without a mid-year financial review. This is a place where many business owners underestimate the impact of the process. Look at reviewing your financial statements and embrace the work you do when performing a mid-year review as a powerful tool for growth and improvement. By implementing a process in your business where you do a mid-year review on an annual basis, you'll be adding another tool in your toolbox as an overall strategy for achieving the goals you set in your business. This process will help you stay ahead of the curve and maintain a competitive advantage. Growing your business is a usual strategy for most business owners. Enjoy the journey your business is taking and utilize your financial statements as a compass that guides you to reach success in your business. And you know I'm going to ask, what's at least one thing that you'll take away from this episode that will help your business succeed and grow your bottom line? If you need some accountability, join our private Facebook community and post your action item. We'd love to support you. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this episode of Mastering Your Small Business Finances. If you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed creating it for you, I'd love for you to give it a 5-star rating and subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode. Visit financialadventure.com for the show notes, links from this episode, and while you're there, leave a comment if you have a topic you're interested in learning more about that affects your bottom line. If you're looking for a community where you can ask questions and get feedback about your small business, join my private Facebook group. You can find the links to this group and more on financialadventure.com. And remember, any financial information shared on this podcast is not to be considered professional, financial, or tax advice and should not be solely relied upon. Please consult your CPA or tax advisor for an opinion on your specific circumstances. I'm looking forward to having you tune in next time. Until then, dream big, follow your heart, and love what you do.